Channel 2 Sports Zone Friday starts now.
Yes, plenty of great diving plays this third week of the high school football season. The best games, the biggest rivalries right now on Sports Zone Friday. Greetings, Zach Klein, Anthony Amy, DJ Shockley. What a slate of games to get to this Friday night, man. Awesome stuff.
As always, Zach, we invite all of you to join us on social media. Tweet us using the hashtag SZON2. You can also find us on Facebook at WSB-TV Sports Zone.
All right, let's get after it, folks. Our coverage begins tonight at Lovejoy, where the undefeated Wildcats hosted the 2-1 Hawks from Hillgrove High. The Hawks would jump on the board first. This is late in the opening quarter. Matt Wilson going to pitch it to Eric Montgomery, who goes in for the 3-yard score. 7-0 Hillgrove on top. Second quarter, still 7-0. Lovejoy on the move. Ball thrown to Tennessee commit. Preston Williams. Are you serious? That's why he's going to Tennessee, right? Yeah. That leads to a Quintavious Neely touchdown. Lovejoy goes on to win a close one, folks. 27-24 your final over Hillgrove. A late start tonight at Archer as lightning in the area delayed the game against Grayson for more than 2 hours. How about Grayson? Chase Bryce going to hook up with Deshaun Warren. Plenty of time to throw. He airs it out. It's a 75-yard touchdown. Nice play right there. After a field goal, Grayson responds. Another touchdown pass. Beautiful slant pattern to Hunter Schulzler. Oh, nice play right there. 14-10 your final. The Rams stay perfect. They are 3-0 on the young season.
All right, now Tucker has a bye next week. Then again, though, you can make the argument the Tigers had last week off too.
Yeah.
They beat Stone Mountain 77-0. That was cold, yes, but so was the fact that I was all ready, again, Zach, to rip through that banner for the Tigers game, but an hour, 25-minute storm delay. So
you took off?
We'll try again next week.
Oh, come on, 0 for 3.
Already leading 10-0 late in the first one. 4th and 7, the Tigers chuck it deep. Garrett Rigby for Cortland Rogers, 35-yard score, 17-0 Tucker. Second quarter, Tigers driving for more, but there's a fumble, and there goes Therese Hill all the way the other way. The Lions were outscored 64-0 during an 0-2 start, so not only were they looking for their first win, but also their first score of the season. That would have been it, but it was called back for a block in the back. Emil King won the Battle of the Bands, but Tucker won the game, 51-0.
Impressive right there. All right, our WSBTV.com game of the week takes us to Noonan, where they were trying to do something that only has been done 4 times in the last 7 years. And the Patriots of Sandy Creek a loss. And it's easy to see why the Patriots are consistently one of the best teams in our state. They just reload, folks. Here in the first quarter, Eric Swinney going to cut it to the outside, showing off his speed, takes it in from 5 yards out. 7-0 Patriots early in this one. Now Noonan would get back into it thanks to an interception right here by Frankie Williams. And that leads to this. Daryl Hines with the 6-yard score. Just like that, we're all tied at 7. From then on, though, it was all Sandy Creek. Austin Vasquez straight up the middle for a 10-yard touchdown. Sandy Creek moves to 4-0 after the 31-14 win. Time now to check in with our DJ Shockley, who called the game on WSBTV.com. And DJ, Noonan knew they had to stop Swinney, but what was the key going into this? Why were they unable to keep him from moving the chains and get into the end zone tonight?
Well, Zach, it's a tough call already. Eric Swinney is one of the top backs in the country. He's physical, he's fast, he runs behind his pads, has everything the top-notch running back has. So it was tough on Noonan's defense throughout, but he ran hard, 96 yards in the first half. He's a tough back to bring down anyway, so it was just tough on them to begin with.
All right, now, Shock, you saw a pretty good running back, as you mentioned, in Swinney. Well, there's a game tomorrow in Columbia, South Carolina, featuring 2 premier backs worth watching, in Todd Gurley and South Carolina's Mike Davis. How will they impact tomorrow's big game between your Georgia Bulldogs and those Gamecocks?
Well, Anthony, we both know they run hard. They're physical, just like we saw Eric Swinney tonight. They are tough to stop. If they get going, it's going to be tough on any defense. They control the line of scrimmage and can make it hard on any defense. So if they go out and they have a good night, it's going to be tough on any defense and will impact the game throughout the whole entire night.
All right, DJ, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock on Bulldogs Game Day, and next week at Carrollton High School for the Game of the Week with North Hall. Well, we are just getting started here, folks, on Sports Zone Friday. Up next, much more from this third week of the season, including games involving Lassiter, West Forsyth, Flowery Branch, just to name a few. But first, it's time for our McDonald's Spirit Spotlight of the Marching Cougars from Noonan High. Anthony and I back with much more on Sports Zone Friday after a brief timeout.
Sports Zone Friday is brought to you in part by McDonald's. There's something for everyone at McDonald's. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day. And by your local Toyota dealers. Let's go places.
And welcome back, folks, for our Toyota Drive of the Week. We head back to Halford Stadium, where Tucker set the tone from this one on the first play of the game, and they would never let up. Again, this is the first play of the night. MLK quarterback Quinton Hill picked off by Tucker's DeMarco Doer, and the Tigers have it inside the MLK 10-yard line. Very next play, Tucker's Delvin Weems scores. 25 seconds in, it's 7-0. Tucker goes on to get the win. They also come away with our Toyota Drive of the Week.
You know, Zach, the Lassiter Trojans are not used to what's been happening. Last week, they gave up 59 points to their rival Walton at home. In fact, they've given up an average of 49 in their 0-3 start to the season. Tonight, with Falcons owner Arthur Blank in the house, the Trojans welcomed Woodstock to Marietta, and the Wolverines started off strong. Deontay Robinson is going to find the end zone to put the visitors on top early. So Woodstock, which won 21-3 last week, on top in this one early. Second quarter now, Justin Agner is the quarterback. He's going to fire, and he's looking for Reagan Amos. That's going to be a Woodstock touchdown. 51-42, Woodstock wins it. The Trojans dropped to 0-4. That equals their loss total from all of last year.
All right, thousands voted on WSBTV.com for the game they wanted to see tonight. Now here's a look at our Academy Sports and Outdoors Viewers' Choice Game of the Week. Love you too, ladies. The viewers have spoken, and tonight they sent us to Chattahoochee, where the Cougars hooked up with West Forsyth, picking up in the third quarter. West Forsyth with the 10-point lead. That's Austin Reed taking the handoff, splitting down the sidelines, cuts it back up the gap, 55 yards to the house. Wolverines in the end zone. Later in the fourth, Chattahoochee going to fight back. Chase Owens dropping back, finding Blake Hundley. Hundley going to bring the ball down, breaks a few tackles, and that's another monster 55-yard score, but it would not be enough for the Cougars. West Forsyth hangs on, 23-15 your final. Now, if you would like your school featured here, please head to WSBTV.com for our Academy Sports and Outdoors Viewers' Choice Game of the Week. We look forward to coming to your school in the near future.
Well, the defending Quad A state champion Griffin Bears finally played their home opener. It was also their region opener against an East Side team that was also 2-0. Griffin would strike early first quarter. Quarterback Anthony Stroud fakes the handoff and takes off. Dives in to cap a 25-yard touchdown. Beautiful play there. Moments later, you're going to love this. Malik Miller just runs flat over the Eagles defensive back. Strolls in for the touchdown. Griffin 15-0 last year. The Bears have outscored their first three opponents 136-36. They win tonight 53-7.
All right, time now to recognize players who represent on the field and in the community. North Oconee's Kawan Bryant is the Montlick and Associates Athlete of the Week. Bryant was the Class 3A Offensive Player of the Year in 2013 after rushing for over 2,500 yards, averaging nearly 10 yards a carry and scoring 4 more touchdowns in 7 games. He even had 371 yards and 8 scores in a single game a year ago. Away from the field, he enjoys early childhood education classes where he gets to teach and spend time with elementary school students.
My personal goals this year is reach 2,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. Last year, I definitely met my goals, so it was pretty exciting.
Now you get to vote for the Athlete of the Year. At the end of the season, Montlick and Associates will donate $5,000 to that young man's school. Up next, you'll meet another Scholar Athlete of the Week. But first, it's time for our second installment of the McDonald's Spirit Spotlight. This time, the Marching Patriots of Sandy Creek taking center stage. Anthony, I'm back on Sports Zone Friday, right after this.
Sports Zone Friday is brought to you in part by Montlick and Associates Attorneys, protecting Georgia families for over 30 years. And by the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Hey, all of us enjoy the great plays these athletes make every Friday night, but it's also important to showcase those who put in the work in the classroom Monday through Friday. This week's Georgia Lottery Scholar Athlete of the Week is David Quisenberry from Noonan High School. He's played center on the football team and wrestled every year at Noonan. And in the classroom, Quisenberry says history classes have been his favorites. And when his senior year ends, he hopes to follow in his brother's footsteps and become a member of the United States Army.
Career in the Army would probably be ideal for me. It's probably something that suits my style a little bit more, and something I honestly could see myself doing for the rest of my life.
Unbelievable. Congratulations to him.
Indeed. And if you want more Sports Zone Friday football coverage, we will, of course, accommodate you at WSBTV.com. You'll find plenty of coverage there, including our Game of the Week.
All right, for Anthony, DJ, and the entire Sports Zone Friday team, I'm Zach Klein. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great weekend, everybody. Don't forget Bulldogs game day tomorrow at 10. We'll see you.